As the world of elite chess prepares for the 2026 Candidates Tournament, one name stands out not as a newcomer, not as a prodigy, but as a veteran whose time might finally have come. For over a decade, Anish Giri has lived at the heart of world chess, navigating triumphs, heartbreak, consistency, and evolution. And now, after an undefeated run at the 2025 Grand Swiss, he returns to the Candidates with more momentum, maturity, and experience than ever before. This is not just a look back at his journey. This is the story of why 2026 may be his greatest chance yet, and how the Dutch King is preparing to fight for the ultimate prize. Anish Giri's story begins in an era defined by giants. He broke the 2700 ELO barrier at just 17 years old, stepping onto the world stage at a time when Viswanathan Anand reigned and Magnus Carlsen had yet to claim the throne. From the very beginning, Giri combined natural talent with extraordinary discipline, a rare mix that allowed him not just to compete, but to endure. For over 14 years, he has remained consistently above 2700, a remarkable feat in an era when elite chess is more competitive, more prepared, and more relentless than ever. Unlike many prodigies who burn bright and fade, Giri became a fixture among the world's best, quietly earning respect for his precise calculation, deep understanding of positions, and psychological resilience at the board. By 2015, this combination of talent and persistence propelled him to a peak rating of 2,797, fueled by strong performances at the London Chess Classic and the Grand Prix. Because of this high rating, Giri qualified for the 2016 Candidates Tournament, where champions are made, the first true test of his ability to compete against the very best in the world. The Candidates is not just a tournament, it is a crucible, where every move is scrutinized and every small mistake magnified. At just 22 years old, Giri walked into the event with a mix of nerves and determination, fully aware that this was where reputations are made and careers defined. The tournament itself was a marathon of precision. Round after round, Giri faced some of the strongest players in chess history, each game a tightrope between risk and reward. What makes his performance remarkable is not that he dominated with flashy wins, but that he played with extraordinary consistency. Over 14 grueling rounds, he drew every single game. To the casual observer, it might have seemed uneventful, but within those draws lies a demonstration of Giri's deepest strengths: calculation, nerves of steel, and a refusal to make a single misstep. Giri had shown the world that even without wins, he could remain unassailable, turning the act of drawing into a statement of power in its own right. Though he left Moscow without a candidate's victory, the experience became a foundation. The 2016 Candidates taught him the rhythms, the endurance, and the mental fortitude required at the very top. It was a tournament that many might overlook because of the lack of wins. But for Giri, it was the moment he internalized what it truly takes to compete among the elite, knowledge he would carry forward into every major competition thereafter. After the 2016 Candidates, Giri returned to the international stage with confidence. He didn't announce himself with fireworks or dramatic streaks. Instead, he maintained his position among the world's elite, staying consistently above 2,700 and continuing to refine his game. Tournament after tournament, year after year, he proved that his strength was not fleeting brilliance, but sustained excellence, the ability to perform at the highest level over the long haul. His peak ratings in 2015 and 2019 were a testament to this consistency, and even in tournaments where he didn't claim first place, Giri's presence at the top tables reminded the world that he was a force to be reckoned with. Then came the 2020 Candidates Tournament, a new stage and a new challenge for Giri. Now, older, wiser, and armed with the lessons of 2016, he entered with a sense of purpose sharpened by years of competing at the highest level. The world's top players gathered once again, each hungry for a chance to challenge the reigning world champion. And Giri knew that this time, he could not simply be unassailable. He had to fight for every point. He had to take risks. The tournament began with a measured pace, each round a delicate dance. Giri approached every game like a chess surgeon, probing for the smallest edges, wary of overextending but ready to strike when an opportunity appeared. By the halfway point, before the tournament was suspended due to COVID, he had scored 3.5 out of 7, just 1 point behind the leaders. It was a steady, disciplined start, reminiscent of 2016, yet different. The margin for error was razor thin. every draw a fragile achievement, every win a potential launchpad for glory. The tension at the top of the table was palpable. A single misstep could mean falling out of contention, while a brilliant moment could propel a player into serious title contention. When the tournament finally resumed months later, the stakes felt heavier than ever. Giri stepped back into the arena with a quiet intensity, fully aware that this was no ordinary tournament, this was the candidates, and he would have to fight for every point. What followed was a series of precise, calculated victories that sent a message to the rest of the field. Wins against Wang Hao, Ding Liren, and Fabiano Caruana weren't just points on the board, they were statements, each one building momentum, each one heightening the suspense. With every victory, the dream of overtaking the leader became more real, and by round 11, Giri had climbed to 6.5 points, just half a point behind Ian Nepomniachtchi, the closest he had ever come to challenging the top in a candidates tournament. Yet, even as hope surged, the cruel nature of elite competition made itself felt. The final 2 rounds proved merciless. Losses to Kirill Alexienko and Alexander Grishuk extinguished the chance for a dramatic surge, leaving him with 7.5 out of 14, tied with Caruana and placing 3rd overall. Unlike 2016, Giri had now experienced the taste of real contention, the thrill of chasing the leader, the tension of being on the verge of a breakthrough, and the heartbreak of narrow defeat.
Yesterday I felt the way I feel after tournaments, it wasn't over yet, but I felt that way and I couldn't do anything about it. Just, it's very often when you keep the tension for very long, then your body relaxes. And I felt that my body is relaxing, but I was saying, come on, we have to play one more game. But the body was relaxing and I tried today still to play ambitiously. It was, again, a combination of a few things. He just played also really well, to be honest. I could lose a game like that on any day. It's just a very good game by him, I think.
The 2020 candidates showed both his growth and the harsh reality of the top level, that even flawless preparation and fierce determination can fall short, and that the difference between glory and defeat can be just a single move. After the disappointment of the 2020 candidates, Giri faced another period of determination. He had come close, he had fought among the very best, yet qualification for a new candidate's adventure had slipped through his fingers. Rather than let it define him, he stayed consistent, remaining a fixture among the world's elite and maintaining his 2,700+ rating year after year. Tournament after tournament, he steadily accumulated experience, learning from every challenge and staying ready for the moment when opportunity would strike again. Then, in 2025, that moment arrived. The Grand Swiss in Uzbekistan offered not just a title and prize money, but a chance to reclaim a place in the candidates. Giri entered with a single purpose, determined to turn years of consistency into a defining breakthrough. The stage was set for one of the most important chapters of his career. The tournament began. From round 1, he approached the event with a burning intensity. He didn't gamble, he played with certainty. Each game was treated like a micro-battle. Solid draws when necessary, precise wins when the position allowed. The leaderboard was crowded, and each round brought new challenges from rising stars and established grandmasters alike. As the tournament progressed, Giri's steady accumulation of points began to tell a story. He avoided dramatic swings, choosing instead to control the pace and pressure his opponents into mistakes. By round 5 and 6, he had quietly climbed near the top of the standings, his consistent style masking the dominance he was establishing. Each game tested his nerves, each opponent a potential threat. Yet Giri's focus never wavered. By round 9, the atmosphere shifted. The leaders faltered, and Giri's measured march became a serious charge. He outplayed his rivals not with flashy attacks, but with long, disciplined games, converting small advantages into decisive points. His score climbed steadily, and with each passing round, the dream of first place and the coveted candidate's qualification grew closer. In the 10th round, Giri played Firouzja with the white pieces. He played it safe, securing a draw after 18 moves, knowing that the last round of the tournament would be the decider. He now stood at 7 out of 10 points, an absolutely ridiculous 5-way tie development at the top. Giri went all in on the last round of the tournament. The last and deciding round started. Giri faced Hans Niemann, and the stakes could not have been higher. A win here would guarantee his qualification for the 2026 candidates tournament. A draw might have not been sufficient depending on the outcomes on the other top boards. The tension in the hall was palpable. Every spectator, every rival, knew that this game could define the outcome of the entire tournament. Gary, calm and focused as always, approached the board with the poise of a player who had been through the pressure of the world's toughest competitions before, yet even so, the moment carried the weight of years of preparation and ambition.
So king d7, trying to at least come out of the pin. Now he takes, king takes, and a very important move for Anish now is to play g5. Yes, he plays it. King c, he moves his king, but now can't we just push e5? And this is over. This is over. e5 played. Somehow from the opening he resigns there. Anish Giri wins the game and a smile on his face. He makes it to the candidates.
Giri did it. Undefeated across 11 rounds, 5 wins, 6 draws, a testament to both skill and unshakable composure. Unlike others who flirted with danger, Giri played with control and clarity. His triumph wasn't a fluke, it was a masterclass in professional, low-risk, high-reward chess. With this victory, he not only claimed the $90,000 prize, but also secured his spot in the 2026 Candidates Tournament, marking a new chapter in his career. The Grand Swiss had become the proving ground for the Dutch king's resurgence. Years of consistent play, careful preparation, and lessons learned from past candidates had culminated in this performance. With the 2025 Grand Swiss behind him, Anish Giri now stands on the threshold of the 2026 Candidates Tournament, a stage he knows all too well, yet one that still holds the ultimate challenge. This will be his third appearance, and unlike 2016, when he drew every game, or 2020, when he chased the leaders only to fall just short, he enters now with more experience, confidence, and momentum than ever. The 2026 Candidates promises fierce opposition, world-class grandmasters, rising stars, and veterans alike, all hungry for a chance at the crown. Yet, Giri's path is clearer than ever. His deep understanding of elite preparation, his ability to grind through long, demanding games, and his unflinching consistency give him a unique edge. This is a player who has absorbed the lessons of the past, refined his craft, and now steps into the tournament with the knowledge that he can fight for every point, every half point, and every position that matters. For fans of chess, the prospect is thrilling. A Dutch king who has matured through trials, setbacks, and steady mastery, now eager to challenge for the ultimate prize. Giri's journey is far from over. The 2026 Candidates could be the stage where years of dedication, strategic brilliance, and quiet resilience finally converge. After a decade at the top, after countless draws, near misses, and now a triumphant Grand Swiss, Anish Giri enters the Candidates not just with hope, but with real momentum, experience, and the power to leave his mark on chess history. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you've liked this video. Let me know which player you would like to have featured in the next video. I'll see you in the next one.